Oh, that is drama.
If you knew that your sibling was on OnlyFans, would you look?
No.
Little wine tired, meet me and cook.
You are the booty hole. Goodbye.
I'm caught short, Jamie. Can you throw me a roll from the cupboard, please? Because I don't want to waddle around naked.
But guess what Shaaba doesn't do? Piss on me. Red flag, green flag, Shaaba.
Hit me.
Watching spicy content when you're in a relationship.
Do you mean like spicy content?
I mean like spicy content.
I massively green flag this.
Yeah, me too.
I don't even think this should be a wider discussion. It really bugs me when I see couples be like, how dare you, or treat people as cheating. It's like that cliche in movies, you know, where like the partner's like, you're like hiding something. Yeah, like, oh my God. And thinks that the wife is going to be like so, because it's always a cishet couple, isn't it?
Yeah.
The wife's going to be so distraught or so unhappy. I just don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'd be like, join in, babe. I really would.
I've also seen some partners like berate. It's like cishet couples, like the woman berate her partner for watching Love Island and checking out the women on it.
I mean...
And I'm like, what?
Oh, silly. I actually think that people who worry about these situations are people who are so confined by societal norms, they've entirely forgotten how to have fun. I will genuinely shade people who are like that. I'm like, you deserve to understand what free will is, babe.
As the Spice Girls said, spice up your life.
Spice up your life. This leads very nicely in today's video sponsor. And so to my little 18 plus peaches, a little word from today's gorgeous sponsor, Cheeks. If you've hung around here for a while, you know how excited I get to share messages of diversity and inclusivity. And it doesn't get more diverse and inclusive than Cheeks. I mean, look at this logo. Talk about a great fit. Cheeks are a sexual wellness platform with a library of intimate films, immersive audio stories, and a pleasure academy, all for you to explore. It's corn with a difference. Their racial, gender, and sexual orientation diversity is unmatched in my opinion, and is designed to be inclusive and respectful. I love that their videos are not unrealistic and not primarily made for the male gaze. And importantly, they are also ethically made. You can even see little bios of the creators and what motivates them. And better still, you can even filter categories to make it a safe space that's personally tailored for you. The Pleasure Academy has expert-led tutorials, masterclasses, and articles, all in a judgment-free zone. And my personal favorite offering, their immersive audio stories are so fun. Listening without visual stimuli provides a whole different dimension and narrative. If you love this podcast, that means you love a good story, and Cheeks is full of them. One's like a sweet treat about Valentine's Day to remember, and Bad Tourists, about a young couple traveling through the night by bus. These different mediums mean that you can feel stimulated without being overstimulated. And all three of these offerings means that you can ethically feel good whilst feeling good, if you catch my drift. So Peaches, if you are curious to explore Cheeks for yourself, you can use my code DRAMA, best code ever, to get 7 days free of totally unlimited access when you select their yearly plan. And remember, you can cancel any time during this trial, so there's absolutely no risk and no drama here. Just head to getcheeks.com, that's getcheeks.com, or get your fuzzy butts downstairs in the description box and you can click on the link from there. All right. From one kind of spicy relationship content to a different kind of spicy relationship content, are you ready, Jamie? To go fishing. Faux assholes. Let's go.
You're through to 1-800-DRAMA,
The show where you share your biggest dilemmas.
and we help you navigate them.
I'm Shaaba.
And I'm Jamie.
Come join us as we help people figure out if they are the drama.
Because sometimes you just need an outside perspective.
And we can all expand our own mindsets along the way.
Wait, am I the drama? Am I the drama, Shaaba?
Never.
For stepping down as... Wait, you always say that.
I was waiting to see if you'd like...
Yeah, I
click.
clocked it.
Peaches, did any of you also go, wait, what? When I said never, I want to know. Let me know.
Yeah. Am I the drama, Shaaba?
Always.
For stepping down as maid of honour a week before my sister's wedding. Oh, that is drama.
It is. It really is. A week before as well. There better be a damn good reason. Otherwise, I am calling you the drama. Let's see if we can help OP out. OP says, my sister, Trisha, aged 28, has been with her fiancé, Jack, 27, since 2022. Is the mathin'?
The math is moothing.
I don't know why. I was like, yes, we can figure out their ages based on this date.
No. We can tell the age they were when they got together, 24 and 25.
Jack proposed in the winter of 2023 and everything seemed great. Trisha asked me, 30-year-old, to be her maid of honor, and I accepted. I
Okay.
think that's really cute. I think technically if you're older, you're not a maid of honor, you're like a matron of honor, but
Just
what's
like-
in a name?
Chief bridesmaid.
Chief bridesmaid. I love that. In October 2023, I logged into Instagram, which I rarely check, to upload a photo. So what is this? Just before Jack proposed.
Yeah.
In the people you may know section, I noticed a profile that looked exactly like my sister, but under a different name. Wait, so what are we thinking? Is this the sister having a fake account, or is this someone using the sister's photo?
I don't know.
What would you put bets on?
Fake account.
Same.
Yeah, unless she's an influencer.
I assumed it was a fake account since that's happened before. So I took a screenshot and I posted it on our family Facebook group chat saying, looks like someone made another fake account of Trisha. Jack replied, oh God, not again. So it's not the first time.
Right.
Maybe she is an
Maybe she
influencer
is.
in the wild. Out of curiosity, I googled the name from the profile, and that's when I found an OnlyFans, an X-rated, a Twitter, a Facebook page, and that Instagram all tied to the same alias. That's when it clicked. This wasn't fake. It was Trisha using a different name.
Oh, I feel
Go
like...
off, Trisha.
Yeah, I feel like this is the point where you go, good for you, Trish.
Oh, put that away.
And then I'd maybe, as a sibling, I'd maybe be like, would you be comfortable talking about it? Like, I'm fine with it. I just want to let you know I found it, but I'm not going to look, if that makes sense.
I was going to say, like, if you knew that your sibling was on OnlyFans, would you look?
No.
I definitely would not.
Oh my God, no. I would not look, but I would let them know that I had discovered it.
Like, for what reason?
Don't know. Just felt gut reaction respectful.
I feel like if they haven't told me, I maybe wouldn't say anything. Is that
Okay,
wrong? I guess,
sure.
like, I just don't want them to feel embarrassed or like they would need to change their activities anyway, or to think, even if I said I'm not
Yeah.
looking, they might think that you're looking.
I didn't think about
But
that.
I'm just thinking, like, what is the purpose? What is the value
What's
of
the
saying that
benefit?
you know? And if there isn't one, maybe it's best to leave it be. I guess there's no drama either way. Like, I wouldn't judge. I was just curious.
How would you feel... Oh, this is an interesting question.
Mm.
If you came across a partner doing OnlyFans.
You. I would definitely want to say something.
Yeah.
I think because as well, like, if you're doing it as a sibling, I have no say on your relationships.
Yeah.
But as a partner,
Yeah.
there are certain things that you could be doing on OnlyFans that I would consider cheating. I just need to be really truthful with myself. I feel like maybe we've spoken about this before. If it's not on the podcast, we've definitely had like a conversation around this with friends. This is definitely kind of the conversations that we'd have with our friend groups. And I want to be honest with myself. Even if it wasn't akin to cheating, I still feel like as a partner, I have a right to know. Some people might be like, oh, Shaaba, that's a bit controlling. But I'm just being really honest. I feel like seeing any vulnerable sexualized parts of your body is something that's like primarily because we're in a monogamous relationship.
Yeah.
For me, it's for you and for me. And then if you want to do it for other people, I'm not going to stop you because that's your autonomy. But I just feel like
You
I have a
wanna
right to be
know.
informed.
I am on the same page.
Okay, good. I
I'm
thought
on
you were
the
going to be
same
like,
page.
I am so disappointed in you.
No, no. But it's also not something like I would ever do without talking to you.
Yeah, 'cause I
personally, it's
feel
not
like-
something I want to do. I have too many tattoos; I couldn't do it anonymously. But I wouldn't ever do something like that without talking to you about it first.
The bank that could be made, like, I hear it's very lucrative and very freeing and very creative, but yeah, I feel like it's not for me personally, but I would really expect a partner to at least PSA for me.
Do you feel like, as a sibling, finding out about your sibling, would there be a concern of like, is it my place to wonder if they've informed their partner?
Oh, because Jack has now proposed.
Yeah, it's a grey area to me. I don't know if maybe that it was part of my gut reaction of telling the sibling I'm aware, just to be like, does Jack know?
Jack know? Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is highly dependent on the context of the situation. If you know that she's like quite out there, if this is something that's within her character to do, then
Yeah.
Jack probably knows. Do you know what I mean? If they're kind of like a wild fuego couple, then this is not surprising. But if this is surprising, maybe then. And also, if you're close with your sister, like, I feel like there are some of my siblings that I would have this conversation with and others that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's so context dependent. But
Yeah.
my point is, I don't judge you for if you feel like you should, and I don't judge you if you feel like you shouldn't.
It's
I would judge you
already-
for looking.
Yeah. She already posted it on their family group chat, and Jack has seen it. So if he wanted to dig into it anymore, if he didn't already know, he would very soon.
Sorry, I thought you meant OP
No,
posted
no.
about the OnlyFans on family group
she's
chat. I was
just
like,
posted
no.
about the account.
Yes, about the fake name on
Yeah.
the Insta account.
I want to know what happens.
All right, well, yeah, that was a big digression. Let's
Yeah.
see. She was bartending that night, and I'm close friends with her boss, so I called the bar and asked to speak with her. That's a bit weird.
Why can't you wait for her to be done on
Do you
her
know what I mean?
shift?
Like, let her finish
That's
her
not
damn shift.
the kind of thing you call
This
her
is not
work
urgent.
about. Yeah.
SOS, I found your OnlyFans. Ugh. When I asked her if the name sounded familiar, she said, oh. I explained I'd shared the screenshot in the family group chat, thinking it was a fake account. Wait, of the Instagram?
Yeah.
It is just of the Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. She got furious, hung up on me, and deactivated all of the accounts, but not before Jack saw
Also,
them.
I'm assuming he didn't know.
He did look into it then, right? From that name, just like OP was like, Google, Google, Google.
Yeah.
As was Jack. Trisha lied and told everybody that someone else created the accounts to sabotage her relationship. That's weird.
But also, wouldn't Jack, if he went on the X-rated Twitter, be able to recognise if that was his fiancée?
Yeah.
Or is she trying to
What are you
claim-
sharing on your OnlyFans? You're so right, because if these are like out there personal photos, what, you're saying someone else made deep fakes of you?
Or if she's claiming an ex did revenge corn.
Which is a real thing.
Yeah.
And part of me is also thinking, why the need to lie? If this is something that is not okay, like, are you speaking to people on these accounts? Or is it just a way to express? Why haven't you told your partner?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong for saying this, but I just personally feel like this is something that is something a partner deserves to know if you're in a monogamous relationship.
I'm with you.
Are we odd? Like,
don't
does that
know.
feel like an unusual line?
I don't know. It's a line for me personally. I don't know what the line would be for other people.
Peaches, if you have had experiences with relationships and would like to share, I'm so intrigued. If you could let me know where your line is on that, if you're similar to us in thinking, and if you feel that's a usual line or not, do so in a kind way though, right? Don't be judging other people or having a go at other people in the comments. I don't like that behaviour. By this point, I'd already spent over $1,000 on her wedding, buying my dress, shoes, and flower girl dresses for my daughters. Wait, so I'm confused. I thought this was
does
before...
that mean they're not getting married anymore?
But I thought this was before he proposed. This was like October of blah, blah, blah.
She said winter 2023, which she might be counting as October. She gave a season, not a month, for when the proposal happened. Then this will happen in October 2023, so it could have been at around the same time.
What, so you'd spent $1,000 buying your dress, shoes, and flower girl dresses
I wouldn't be doing
in 2023 for your wedding now?
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that.
The math ain't mathin'. Then in November, a high school friend DM'd me asking if Trisha was still engaged. I said yes. She sent me evidence that Trisha had been cheating on Jack.
Oh.
With this person?
Or is the school friend talking about the OnlyFans?
This is messy.
I'm so confused. I think we just need to read more.
Sure. I confronted Trisha and she denied everything.
Okay.
In December, someone messaged me on TikTok asking if I knew a guy. I didn't. Weeks later, the same person replied and said, my bad, I thought you were your sister. You two look alike. Turns out this guy has been cheating on me, your sister, and another woman since June. And again, I sent this to Trisha and she denied it all.
Whoa.
So there's multiple people now telling you that this has happened. It
Yeah.
feels like it's legit. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a web of multiple people coming
Yeah.
together. I, as OP, the sister at this point, would definitely think that she's lying with her denial. Yesterday, I expressed my frustration to Trisha. I told her that I'm happy to be in her wedding, but only if she's taking it seriously. She replied, well, I don't want someone in my wedding if it's an inconvenience to them. That's not really the response that you want. Then today, I noticed a new Snapchat friend suggestion under a different username, but it was Trisha. We've been connected for years on Snapchat, so it felt off. A few minutes later, I saw that I was blocked. I asked my girlfriend to look up the account, and she wasn't blocked. That was the final straw. What was Trisha doing?
Well, it feels like OP has found out stuff that Trisha doesn't want.
Online with these other
Yeah.
accounts. And is like, oh no,
Getting
this person's
scared.
going to have a go
Yeah.
at me, so let me block everything. Messy. Yeah. Trisha is a hot mess. That was the final straw. I called my mum to tell her everything and said that I wanted to step down as maid of honour. Her response was that I'm being selfish, the wedding is a week away, and I need mental help because I push family away. Wow.
That's quite harsh.
Now I'm wondering, I know the timing sucks and I've spent a lot on this wedding, but given everything that's happened, am I the drama for wanting to step down? There is an edit as well that says the Instagram happened in October 24, not 23.
That makes so much more sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that was just a
Okay.
typo. Thank you for clarifying. And Jack has seen the evidence of Trisha doing all of this for himself and chooses not to believe what he sees with his own eyes.
Oh, okay, this is a really messy one because I feel really mixed about OP because I think there's some things that I'm not seeing eye to eye with them because they seem to think that having an X-rated Twitter, doing OnlyFans is this big bad thing that people should be judging Trisha over and that Jack should want to leave her over and all of this stuff.
So does Trisha, to be fair. But I think for me, this like X-rated online presence is one thing. The cheating is another. You are
Yes.
actively cheating.
Yeah.
Someone is saying like, hey, this guy is cheating, has cheated on me, has cheated with your sibling. Like that's
Yeah,
a big,
so-
big no.
I don't necessarily agree with the sister's approach to the OnlyFans stuff, like calling Trisha up at work and stuff like that. It
that is
feels a
weird.
bit saying like Jack chooses not to believe what he sees with his own eyes. Like maybe he does believe it, but he's just like, it doesn't bother me, so
The
but I don't want
cheating.
people. Oh, so he's seen evidence of the cheating cheating as well?
It sounds like it.
Oh, okay, fine. Then that's a different kettle of fish because the cheating is a separate issue. And like Trisha blocked OP. Like OP didn't block Trisha. So who is pushing family away here? I don't agree with all of the approaches from OP. And I think my badge probably is like a little bit of maybe everybody sucks here, but Trisha is definitely the drama. But OP has not gone about everything the way like I personally would.
I feel like I would agree with you, but I do think that balance is like quite heavily. I was going to say not the drama, but I do see what you're saying in terms of the accountability. I feel like a year's worth of stuff has happened in a post, and it's just a lot to take in. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that you called someone at work. I do agree that I do think maybe it's a little bit unhealthy, like your viewpoints on the initial things that you found. And what I still don't understand, even if this was in October last year, we in summer now. This has been a long time. The last time someone messaged you was in December, and I get it, now you've seen a Snapchat thing, but really a week before the wedding, when if you'd had these feelings, you could have done that in December. That's feeling really, really crap to me.
That is also a little bit of drama here of like, if this was something you felt so strongly about and you had evidence of cheating happening back in December.
Feel strongly about it in December.
That should have been when you made a decision about like what you wanted to do with this.
Yeah. Having said all of that, I do not think that you are the drama for not wanting to be maid of honour.
Yeah, the timing is off, and if it had just been only the OnlyFans, then I would have said you're the drama. But because Trisha is cheating and seems to be lying and pushing OP away because OP knows, that I see as a combination of like, I can see why you wouldn't want to be involved in it.
Yeah. Also, the timing's just so confusing to me. You're saying that in December, someone messaged you and you sent it to Trisha.
December
and she denied it all.
24.
Right. But then yesterday you expressed your frustration to Trisha. Why leave it 6 months? I don't understand.
Yeah, what happened? What like triggered bringing it up again and expressing frustration? Was it just like sitting back and quietly seething, seeing the wedding continue and everybody ignore it, and then like just kind of snapping one day and being like, oh, no, we need to talk about this? Because maybe like leaving it this close to the wedding is not okay. No, it's not okay.
It's absolutely not
It's
okay.
not. This isn't to excuse Trisha's behaviour, but I think if this was behaviour that you were not comfortable with and you didn't want to support a wedding based on somebody cheating and the partner denying it, then that was your choice to make 6 months ago.
Totally agree. The timing's just seeming a bit iffy and the approaches to things are seeming a bit iffy.
I also, this is separate to the cheating because like that's a red flag however way you put it. But with the OnlyFans thing, I wonder if Trisha could have had a more like open response. I have no idea. Don't know who she is, obviously. But calling at work and being like, do you know this name? Like, I wonder if doing it in a more compassionate way could have like led to Trisha being more open about it. Because like Trisha's probably coming from a point of feeling shame about it, and that shame could have been induced by one, societal stigma, but two, how OP approached it. It's a maybe because I don't know how. I only know that OP called work, which does seem like it would have induced a bit of like an embarrassment response.
Yeah. Do you know what this is feeling to me? Childish.
Yeah.
I'm in total agreement. And so I do think the Everybody Sucks Here badge is appropriate. I do still think that Trish sucks more because you can't cheat.
Yeah, it's very weighted towards Trish being the drama mostly.
But you don't want to go to the wedding, babe, don't go to the wedding. And she's essentially already said to you, don't come.
Yeah,
you know, if it's an inconvenience to you, don't come.
If your sister's blocked you on social media, what do your parents expect you to do?
How do you feel about Jack knowing but not wanting to do
That's
anything?
his choice.
That's what I think too. I feel sad and I'm like, bah, but
You
as you
can't.
say, it's your bed, babe.
Yeah, you can't control other people. You just gotta, the information is out there, let them do what they want to do.
As long as Jack is being fully informed, that's what matters. And Jack does know. I don't know if you've told Jack or if family's told Jack, because I also think that is also a little bit messy, being like, I called my mum and I told her everything. And now Jack knows too and blah, blah, blah. Like, how did these things happen? I don't know. Considering the other stuff from the approaches, I think I'm assuming that OP's just involved everyone in a really messy way.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, it is an assumption, but still. Should we see what other people have to say?
I'm very interested.
Oh, somebody's asked a question.
Ooh, you have this evidence of Trisha cheating, so why aren't you sharing it with Jack? Why aren't you letting him know what he's getting into?
I know if he's responded, he has seen the evidence himself already and chooses not to believe it.
Okay, so he's going into this fully informed. He's an adult. If he wants to still get married to her, that's his choice.
Yeah, and if you don't want to be maid of honour, that's your choice.
And it could even be that under the surface between the two of them, he knows, he's fine with it. He also knows about the OnlyFans, he's fine with it. That's the way the relationship works. But they don't want family judgment because they know what their family opinion might be.
Maybe. I still think if you are accepting a partner who cheats on on you and they've just like blatantly cheated on you and there's no like complex nuance to consider or feel
Yeah.
compassionate over, you deserve better.
Oh, absolutely. If it's not a pre-agreed thing between Jack and Trisha that they just don't want to share with family, then yeah, it's going to probably fall apart one day anyway.
Sad reality.
Yeah.
But I totally agree.
Oh,
You are
the
the drama.
At any point after the first fake account, you could have stepped away from Trish and Jack's drama, but a week before the wedding isn't that time.
It's so dodge.
I feel like that timing alone, I guess it's the question though, am I the drama for stepping down a week before the wedding? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
But seeing it as a holistic post with everything that's gone on, Trish is obviously drama here as well. But I see where this person's coming from. If he's been kept informed this entire time, he's either in on your sister's online behaviour, open relationship, condones her income through OnlyFans, etc., or he's choosing to ignore it. That's their decision and it doesn't involve you.
Yes and no. I do agree that it's their decision and it doesn't involve you. However, if it is the second where he's choosing to ignore it, there comes a point where family, it's not even family, loved ones should feel a need to step in and say what's right. Because if you don't, how do you stop people from being in abusive situations or in situations where their self-worth is just so low?
I hear you.
You know, like sometimes people are not fully informed. So I would not be mad at all if one of our friends found something and was like, hey, I just need to have a chat with you about it. I'd appreciate that because I'm like, thank you, you're caring for me. But doing it a week before the wedding, just, it doesn't feel like you're caring.
Odd
It feels
timing.
like you're,
Especially with how long you knew about it. Yeah.
It's a bit dodge. Blah.
This comment is also said to just show up, smile, and take a break from tracking your sister's internet habits for the day. But, like, for me, it's just like, yeah, the timing was really shitty, but Trisha's blocked her sister. Like, what?
On Snap.
Like, why would you go to the wedding of someone who's blocked you?
From the fake account.
Oh.
So maybe not the main one.
Yeah, I didn't realise that. Oh, okay. I take everything I said about the blocking back. I mean, Trisha does sound very drama, but...
OP also sounds very drama.
But yeah, so that's probably Trisha just being like, I don't want you to see this part of my life.
Especially if that's the kind of relationship that you have, that you're going to call someone at work, present it in that way, like, does this name ring a bell? And they go, oh,
Yeah.
like, oh,
of
come
course
on.
you're building them up to feel ashamed and want to hide it.
You are the drama. It seems like you have a problem with your sister. Are you jealous of her or something? You're certainly well within your rights to not be maid of honour, but the extent to which you've gone to investigate your sister is quite strange. None of the things that you're investigating her for has anything to do with your relationship with her as a sister. I know he's actually responded to that.
Saying, I'm not investigating, people are reaching out to me and her accounts are appearing in my people you may know. The only time I went investigating was after seeing the fake account. I just googled the name and everything came right up.
Fair enough.
I do
see
feel
this.
like this commenter is being overly harsh.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
too. And also, like, you have every right to want to find out more about your sister and to make sure that she's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't think there's something wrong in,
OP
in
thought it
that.
was a fake account, so she was just looking into it. I
Yeah,
think that's
especially
fine.
because it sounds like that's something that's happened to her before.
Yeah.
Oh, unless it's not what's happened before, because just like she lied about it this time, maybe Jack was told that it was a fake account before. Maybe
Okay.
Jack's just really technologically illiterate.
Maybe.
Everybody sucks here. Everybody needs to grow up. This to me.
That's all we needed to say.
Yeah.
That's it. Pee-poo-pee-pee-pee.
All right, you ready for spicy relationship drama number 2?
Hit me with that chili.
Am I the drama, Jamie?
Yeah.
For sabotaging my friend's relationship.
I mean, if we go based on the title without any information, probably.
I mean, I feel like the theme so far between these two has been stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Nobody wants a swerving car. You need one of those cars that beeps at you every time you start getting too close.
Let's see.
Beep, beep, beep. My friend has been with her boyfriend for around a year at this point. He's a 21-year-old man, we'll call him Ryan, and she's a 22-year-old woman. Let's say Bianca.
I'm assuming the names are not Ryan and Bianca.
I would assume so.
But it's so funny when they're like, let's call him Ryan. Like, imagine if his name is Ryan. Like,
Yeah.
imagine me being, and this is my partner, let's call him Jamie.
And
It's just
together,
funny.
they are Rianka.
Rianka. Bajayan. No, there's no J.
What? You're thinking of me.
mixed yours in there too.
I'm always on your mind.
You're in a throuple now with Ryan and Bianca.
Lovely. Now, Bianca is one of the loveliest people I've ever met. She's generally accepting and not judgmental of people, so when they got together, despite Ryan's problems, I wasn't surprised.
We love a non-judgmental
Okay.
queen. What happened to Ryan though?
Yeah. Give us a tea on Ryan. Over the last few months, though, Bianca has been sending me screenshots of their conversations over text since they don't live together.
Okay.
And it has become very clear to me that Ryan is a red flag.
Oh.
Covered in ketchup, baby.
Oh no.
He does this weird baby talk when he's tired, is rude and turns conversations on her in a manipulative way,
Oh, no.
is really nosy but claims he's just curious, doesn't respect her personal boundaries, sexualizes things like thigh-high socks and skirts, and also is trying to change her diet despite her being autistic and having a set diet because of sensory problems.
This sounds like a lot of issues.
If we take that on face value as all being true, then yeah, that sounds problematic.
How
and
do you feel about weird baby talk when he's tired?
Okay,
What does this mean?
that feels just like you're cringed out by something, unless you think it's his way of like manipulating her to do things by acting all cutesy and being like, oh, but I'm just, do something for me. That kind of vibe, like the uwu.
The uwu, yeah, I understand the uwu. There's two things that are confusing me on that. Number one, of this list of things that's happening, sexualizing of thigh-high socks, not respecting boundaries, being nosy, turning conversations into manipulative ways, that feels like the kind of person who would not be doing baby voice. Number one. It just feels like such a juxtaposition to me.
Not necessarily, not if the baby talk is a way to get sympathy.
Maybe. But number two, you're seeing this baby voice via text, which means it's written baby voice. What does that look like? All I have in my mind is from K-pop when he's drinking the hot spicy thing and he puts it down and goes, go, go, gaga. How does written uwu come across?
Maybe he's like...
Or little widow,
Yeah,
I'm
or
so tired.
little Ryan is tired. Bianca, cook for Ryan.
Okay, so listen to this. Ryan is tired. Bianca, cook for Ryan. Because it's text tone. It doesn't sound like, oh.
No, but if it's like...
Bianca, cook for
if
Ryan.
If it's like Whittle Ryan.
Whittle, just like loads of W's.
Whittle
Ryan.
Whittle Ryan.
Whittle Ryan, tired.
Yeah.
Need Bianca, cook.
Yeah. Maybe there's a couple voice notes. Or Bianca has told her as well. Ryan also does this thing.
Maybe.
Anyway, let's read on.
Sure. The baby talk is what concerns me most. This is OP going into detail.
Shaaba, you start reading my space.
I'm sorry.
Well.
I'm just having a whale of a time.
Is Shaaba the no. The baby talk is what concerns me most. That's very interesting. Okay.
Of all the other things, the baby talk is the least of my problems.
Let's find out more context about it though, because I could
Yes.
see maybe how.
I'm intrigued. It's my highest intrigue, my
Yeah.
least worrisome.
I think he's manipulating her with it one way or another, and the same goes with his nosiness. Okay, so OP is seeing the baby talk as maybe one of his most manipulative things, or the strongest way he manipulates Bianca.
Give me examples, OP. I manifest examples.
Just the other day, Bianca finally asked him, why do you need to know?
An example.
Well, not of baby talk. Or maybe, not rudely, because he was asking for very specific details about a conversation that didn't involve him at all.
That could be
and
weird.
he got really mad at her for it and turned the conversation on her.
Oh.
She said she felt bad but didn't know what she did wrong in that situation, considering it's not the first time he's wanted specific details. He also wants her to send photos every few minutes when she plays games or watches shows, which Bianca has said she finds rather annoying and has brought it up with him before. What the hell does that mean? Oh, I'm watching Panorama, babe.
2 minutes later, still watching Panorama. What's the photo like?
Yeah, it seems like he
With the
wants to
remote?
track her.
Maybe the screen. I don't know. That's weird.
That's like micromanaging
That
your
is
partner.
hugely possessive. This is not baby though.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? The person who does this doesn't sound like the person who babies. Yeah, maybe.
But maybe that's why it's so concerning, because it's such a mismatch, and maybe OP can see...
It's a total act.
Yes, exactly. And OP is like, that is not what he's like at all. When I'm hanging out with them, I noticed a lot at the start and until just recently that Ryan keeps poking, prodding and touching her in general, even when she told him not to due to her sensory problems.
This guy does sound like bad news.
That sounds like he's just, poking the bear. Not literally, I'm not calling
Or
him
like
for a
just
bear.
being like, it's just way too possessive.
Yeah, just
The
like, let
text
me
in
see if I can
particular,
annoy you.
Or like just your mind,
Stop
just letting
it.
you know that I
Stop
can
it.
do this. Just
Stop
letting you
it.
know that I can do this.
No, get off. I'm also appalled at the way he speaks to her when he gets mad. He takes all his anger out on her in their conversations, then fishes for compliments when he's tired and asks her to scale it between her love for me and her own mother.
That is so weird.
Does this guy have a flagpole up his butt? Because he has... Don't even get me started on the sexualization of thigh-high socks. He asked her once if he should get some for her and if she'd wear them, but with heavy sexual undertones. He also then asked if she'd like to see him in some and kept bugging Bianca about it when she said she didn't care for socks. Same thing with the skirt.
Okay, wait 1 second.
This one, honestly, I don't like it really anything else I've heard about this guy, but this sounds a bit like he's trying to scope out if she's comfortable with a fetish or a kink that he has.
I was going to say, I think it's really normal to find find thigh-high socks really sexy and attractive.
Really?
I think it's fine to even like think of it in like a more flirtatious way. Just like if someone's wearing like stockings or fishnet tights.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like there are some things that you wear that are like if you're going to wear suspenders, is that what they call them on the legs?
I think so.
You know, with the little things.
Yeah.
Like that's a little sexy thing to wear.
Yeah. Oh, my really, by the way, wasn't a surprise that people would find it. It's just that like the thought that a lot of people might find it. I thought it was maybe more niche because I automatically imagined myself nude except for thigh-high socks, and it has made me internally giggle. But I'm not judging if that's what other people are into.
Yeah, this to me does not feel like a bad thing. And actually, I would find it quite hot if my partner was like, hey, I've got you a little something.
Yeah.
And this is what I find really attractive. I think you'd look great in that. But, and she said she didn't care for socks.
Yeah.
If someone didn't like it.
Yeah, if you
then you
keep
stop.
pushing it and they're not into it, that's when it becomes problematic.
And you know what else is confusing to me? The person who buys thigh-high socks in this way, I'm
Don't say
envisaging
baby voice.
the 50 Shades of Grey dude is not the person who baby voices. I'm sorry.
I think you would be surprised at who does the baby voice.
Maybe I would be.
I genuinely thought they should break up and that R wasn't good for her, so I confronted Ryan myself about his behaviour towards Bianca.
This is odd. So you confronted
Yeah.
your friend's partner.
Yeah, no, this is where you talk to your friend and you're like, hey babe, I just want to check that you're okay. And then yeah.
Or, hey, there's a couple of things here that I don't like.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be a good friend if I didn't share these with you.
Yeah.
I want you to know that this isn't okay.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be getting this angry at you. He shouldn't be shouting at you. I don't like the fact that he disrespects your physical boundaries.
Yeah.
You don't have to put up with that if you don't want to.
But
You know
talking
that,
to
right?
him-
Not okay. If you're not friends with him,
Yeah.
which you are not.
Doesn't seem to be. When he got mad at me, I showed him the screenshots to prove a point that he was an asshole. No, because you just dropped Bianca in the shit with a guy that you think is a red flag and
That
gets really aggressive with her.
Is so dumb. I'm so mad at OP for doing this.
Oh my god, that's
To
just
someone
flipped
who
the
you
whole...
think is aggressive, why the frick would you put someone in it like that? I'm sorry, OP. I'm mad at you. I'm so mad. That shows that you care more about yourself trying to prove a point than you do about your friend's safety.
Yeah.
And that really fucking pisses me off.
OP does continue. I did forget that Bianca was sending me the screenshots without Ryan's knowledge, though.
Oh, you forgot.
So he got mad at Bianca after our talk, and they've broken up now. Bianca won't speak to me now and has just asked me to give her some time. So am I the drama?
Yes.
You are. I mean, like,
Yes.
Ryan, obviously, mouldy brownie for Ryan, but, like, in this situation, you are the drama.
You are 1,000,000% the drama.
You are very allowed and within your right to be concerned about a friend and bring that topic up to them in ways that you feel they would be comfortable with if you think they are genuinely in a troublesome position. However, not your position to go speak to the partner. And definitely, oh my god, the thing that actually really makes you the massive drama in this situation is somebody that you think is a red flag for your friend showing that partner the screenshots of the text they sent you in confidence.
Stay in your friggin' lane.
That was
Stay in your
really,
lane.
really silly.
I don't buy for a second that you forgot. You don't forget something like that as you're showing that to them.
And if you, let's just devil's advocate, I will be the other side of that. If you did forget, that means that you were blinded by your need to call Ryan out. That you didn't think of anything else.
Jamie,
You were
there is
only
no world in
thinking
which
of
you forget.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying there is no
Okay.
world in which you forget. We're swapping roles. Normally, I'm that person that's like, yes, but we need to think about the realistic
Yeah.
possibility that there are other things that could have happened. I agree, but also no. Also, just no.
No, I genuinely think in the moment you could be like, but because if he's like, no, it's like, but I've seen it, and he's like, yeah, how? And it's like, this, mate, it's right, and then you're like, shit, I can see how in the heat of the moment. No, we are disagreeing on this.
That's fine. I just think that there's no world in which you do that without thinking of the repercussions of Bianca.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. OP wasn't. That's why OP forgot. Because they weren't thinking about what that could mean, and they weren't thinking beyond anything but proving themselves right.
Yeah, as I said before, I do think it's very selfish.
Yeah.
But I still just don't buy that someone can forget. Going on your phone, clicking on your text thread with your friend, scrolling to find whatever messages those were, or going on the gallery knowing that you took those from Bianca. No, mate, no. Regardless, there's something else that I find really freaking dodgy about this. You are supposed to be Bianca's friend. What Bianca is struggling with right now is autonomy and
Yeah.
freedom
Good
in a
point.
relationship. And what you are doing is taking that from her entirely by trying to make a decision, going over her head by
Yeah.
speaking to Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you are as bad as Ryan, but you are within the same library. My point is you cannot be taking a decision away from Bianca when what you're trying to say is you need to make decisions for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, how is Bianca supposed to process that?
Yeah.
How are you as a friend supposed to say you cannot let Ryan control you and then just go and try and control Bianca in your own way?
Yeah, and be like, I know what's best for you. And like in reality, if Ryan is everything that's been described, it is likely for the best. almost certainly for the best that
Yeah.
Bianca has broken up with him.
Yeah.
However, the way that it came about, that took away all of Bianca's control in that situation, and I can see why she's upset with
I
OP.
would be so mad at you, OP, so mad at you, especially because this is the person that I'm now having to speak with. You are not in control of what Bianca does in this relationship, but what you have definitely done is, if he is dangerous in any way, if he is aggressive to her, which you are stating that he is, even verbally, you've just unleashed a whole box of that on your friend. For what? For why? How does that benefit you in any way? Okay, you proved your point. Towards someone who's sounding like a narcissistic prick, who doesn't care anyway.
Yeah, you should have spoken to Bianca. There should have been conversations with Bianca to like give her the power to do what she wanted to do in this situation.
And she was already saying to you, the only reason that you know about the stuff is because she has come to you saying, I don't like this.
Yeah, she trusted you for that not to go to Ryan.
And she knows. Do you see what I mean? She already knows. She's saying, I don't like this, I don't like that. Your job as a friend is to inform, to allow people to make fully informed decisions for themselves, not to make the decisions on their behalf. You've really pissed me off. I'm not at all saying that OP is as bad as Ryan.
No,
just putting that out there, really, really clarifying that. And my badge is you are the drama, and also Ryan is the drama and a massive mouldy brownie.
Yeah, I would agree. But like this situation in terms of like sabotaging your friend's relationship, yes, you are the drama. Clearly the boyfriend was not good, but you are the drama here.
You don't get to make decisions about other people's relationships. It's so weird to me that a friend would ever think that was okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I say one other thing? It's more of a question.
No.
I don't understand how people make thigh-high socks look good. I agree, it's a very sexy look. I love it so much. And it's one that I wish I could do. But whenever I put on thigh-high socks myself, they roll.
They roll.
They
but
roll.
Also, no, I haven't put thigh highs on, but even like calf-high socks, it like squeezes in at the top where it holds itself
It's got
up.
this like little compression
And then
thing on, and that look is not sexy.
It's not the one for me. It
looks
makes
a
it look
bit-
like I'm cinching a waist on my leg.
Oh, do you know what it looks like to me? Like, you know when you go at Christmas time to your parents' house and they always do like these meats and they come in these like little
and they're
net
tied with-
bags? It makes me feel like I'm meat in a net bag.
Oh, you're not meat in a net bag.
Maybe like I have voluptuous, delicious, thick, juicy thighs. Maybe it's because thigh-high socks are not destined for juicy thighs.
Maybe that's what the little suspenders on stockings are for. Holds them up so they're not tight.
Maybe, and they're really hot too. I had a wedding garter and guess what? It rolled. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Anyway, away from the thigh-high socks, should we see what other people have to say about this?
Yes.
I'm going to say you're the drama for showing the pictures she sent to you without her approval. I forgot is bullshit.
Thank you for
It's their
calling it out.
relationship, not yours. Let them figure it out. I would have blocked you on everything, to be honest.
I would have been really pissed off.
Yeah,
I would have seen that as a massive betrayal of trust. And I definitely go one step earlier. It's not for showing the pictures. It's for speaking with Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you didn't speak to your friend before you went and did this. I was going to say unforgivable. Forgivable. But so bad.
I'm not sure if I would forgive somebody doing that.
I would
don't
forgive someone
know.
who was trying to do it on my best interest and clearly, who genuinely didn't understand that that was not an okay thing to do.
Yeah, I'd struggle.
I'd expect you to grow and be very, very apologetic.
And grovel for forgiveness.
Grovel. Yeah, unfortunately, you are the drama, even though you were trying to help your friend. You violated her trust by going behind her back to talk to her boyfriend and showed him texts she shared with you in private. Her boyfriend also sounds like an asshole, though, so it's probably best that they broke up, but it doesn't change the fact that you still need to repair the broken trust with your friend if or when she's ready to talk to you again.
That is a very perfect and wonderfully succinct analysis.
And it is an if. And I
Yeah.
feel like if you're the kind of person that feels like you have control like this over people, one, you need to bloody unlearn that, OP, because you do not get to control people that way. Even if you think it's what's best, you don't do that. Two, it is an if. Do not be pushing. I kind of feel like the person who's doing this is the kind of person that's like, speak to me. I was only trying to do what's best for you. Just leave it the frick alone. Give her her time. She needs the time. I would need the time. And wait, she'll come to you if she wants to.
Yeah.
OP's actually responded to this.
I realise this now and I appreciate your comment and everyone else's comments. I didn't mean to be a bad friend and I acted impulsively. I do hope she talks to me again, but if she doesn't, I've come to accept that at this point. It has 8 downvotes.
That's really sad though, because I actually think what OP said there was like showed some element of growth.
Yeah,
and
but
like
I think some people are just going to be
acknowledgement of
like,
accountability.
no, you are the booty hole, goodbye.
And this is why we don't like the internet. You are the drama. It is not your relationship to meddle and make a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the drama for sure, but I'm also leaning towards everybody sucks here. Ooh.
Some of the behaviour you're describing as problematic is normal behaviour in a relationship. Being
Like the
sexually
thighs?
attracted to your partner and making that known isn't a red flag. Also, there's not even nearly enough info on these conversations he was asking about. He could have just He could have just been trying to talk to his partner.
No, I don't buy that. I would
Yeah.
buy that if it was just the conversations, but hearing that somebody wants photos every couple minutes,
Yeah, that is bizarre.
that's possessive.
But also, like, if you're messaging people on your phone, or I'm messaging, the worst it'll be because we share a lot of, like, friends in common. It'll be like, who are you talking to? But it's not in a controlling way. It's just like,
I want to know.
is a bestie saying anything
Less kiki,
fun?
babe. Yeah. And I also think regardless of whether you, person commenting, thinks, oh, I can judge a situation, the girlfriend very clearly said, well, why do you need to know?
Yeah.
She was pushing back. She didn't want to provide that information.
And also-
that in itself means stop asking.
And these were things that Bianca approached OP about
Bianca, that's
not
her name.
liking about her boyfriend.
Yes.
So, bleh. If my partner was telling me about a conversation she had, I would probably ask about that too because I'm interested. But Bianca wasn't telling him.
Yeah.
It's weird. And, like, they don't live together as well. So to be asking, like, what have you been talking about? Who
Give
have
me
you been
all of
talking
the
to?
details.
Give me all the details.
It's definitely giving massive,
possessive.
like, possessive vibes.
Yeah. It's weird as hell that Bianca is constantly sending you screenshots of her conversations with her boyfriend. I'd be extremely upset too if I was her boyfriend. What is this person? I meant to say, what is this person going on about? And I was
But
like,
also, what is this person? I think they're trying to say that this is why Bianca is the drama. And I hugely disagree. I think if a friend wants to send or check in, however way, to get a gauge on whether their relationship is healthy or unhealthy, and if part of that is sending messages in confidence, that is absolutely their right to do
This
that.
person
Is the boyfriend.
sounds problematic.
Yeah, no, it
because,
really does.
Like, to be fair, if he was telling her what she should or shouldn't eat, that is a dick move. So soft you are the drama for him. As soft you are the drama on trying to control what his partner eats. Soft. Seriously.
In the bin. In the bin. I don't appreciate this comment. Sorry.
I very much get the impression that everyone in this situation is young. This seems like some high school level stuff. I mean, they
don't
are in
think
their
it
early
sounds-
20s, but I don't think it sounds that young.
No, it definitely doesn't sound high school to me.
No.
It sounds like I know people double my age who have gone through similar things.
Yeah, and B, you and Bianca have some weird parasocial relationship and you're coming across as very controlling.
Do you know what parasocial means?
Like,
Because I have a PhD in it. I'm just letting you know that that is incorrect. I don't think I've ever been able to see that
I wanted
before.
to give you the chance to
Thank
say
you so
that.
much. Thank you so much. Toss, toss.
Toss, toss.
And that is my parasocial relationship with Glinda. Drama. All right, are you ready to go fishing one last time today, sir?
Yes, give me the drama. Oh, I'm going to give you the drama. Am I the drama for throwing a cup of cold water on my naked husband? Depends on why.
Yeah, yeah, kinky.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, waking him up.
Not
Yeah.
okay.
No.
Well, not without consent.
Yeah, not like, I don't know, not post-worthy. I wonder what's going on here.
I've spoken about it before. I have accidentally thrown a cup of water on my sister. I thought the cup was empty, and I was like, huh, and then there was water in it, and I was shocked. And she was okay with it, thankfully. Like, we all laughed about it. She didn't cry.
Sounds like a very you thing to do.
I was dumb. All right, let's see if we can help OP out. My husband says OP has been tested for ADHD. Oh, this feels like an odd direction to go down.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect this from the title.
But he doesn't have it. He has the kind of problems that are associated with ADHD, however. What?
But he doesn't have ADHD.
You're saying that he has symptoms
So
of ADHD, but he doesn't have ADHD.
Yeah, like some of the traits, some of the symptoms. but
Everybody
not-
in the world has symptoms of ADHD.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard to diagnose, because we all, quote unquote, act a little bit ADHD, which is why it's problematic to say that we, quote unquote, act a little bit ADHD. That's just such a weird thing to say. Do you know what that makes me think? I get a bit protective, because then I'm like, well, maybe your husband does have ADHD and he's either been misdiagnosed and you're being really rude and not supportive.
My little ADHD queen.
Yeah, unite. We've got to. Anyway, OP continues. He says that writing lists, making a schedule, setting alarms, etc. is physically painful for him, and he'd rather just deal with occasional emergencies rather than be proactive. Like, are you trying to say that this is a problem associated with ADHD? Because I have ADHD. Writing lists, making schedules, and setting alarms is something I compulsively have to do.
It's your kink.
It's not my kink. It is my way of surviving and making sure I leave with my head screwed
Yeah.
on. That's the phrase, right?
Yes.
I have a head screw. Yeah. That's because you've got to screw your head
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Lists of that bolt that keep it in place.
Yeah, they're my
Right.
screwdriver.
Okay.
OP is giving me bad vibes. Maybe I'm just left over spicy from the last post, but I have to put it out there. The specific problem, says OP, he often forgets to push the shower diverter valve down. You know, the little rod on the tub faucet that you
Faucet.
push down to make water fill the tub and pull up to make water come out of the shower.
Oh, so OP is saying he always leaves it up, which means probably when she goes to run a bath, it comes out the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as
okay.
opposed to
Out
down
the bath.
which
Yeah.
makes it
Which would probably mean she
go
gets
down the
covered
tub.
in cold water, which may explain where the cup comes from. But let's read on.
I'm ready to smack a bitch. For nearly 20 f***ing years, says OP, I have been asking him to push that down. Since I was literally a teenager, I have been asking him to push that f***ing down. I hear that you're getting frustrated. Do you know what I'm confused about? If you're saying that this is an issue because you get a cold shower when you turn the water on, why don't you check
put it down?
that it's down before you turn the water on?
You've had 20 fucking years to learn that your husband lacks a little bit of attention to detail and is never going to put the valve down. So why not just check that the valve is down before you put the shower on?
I'm not overcomplicating this,
you're
right?
not.
We're talking about literally just doing this
Boop. Yeah.
before a shower.
There are so many things. We can get into something like weaponized incompetence or whatever, but I do think that's becoming a little bit overused sometimes. But there are so many things that each of us do/don't do that is a little bit irritating.
Jamie, 1,000,000% doesn't have ADHD. 1,000,000% doesn't have ADHD. Do you know what he does do though? And it used to annoy the shit out of me. Every single time there is no toilet paper and he puts new toilet paper on, he put it on the wrong way around. This feels equally as trivial to me as this.
Yeah, but I learned after about 5 years.
He likes to think he does. You don't.
I do.
I still go in and it's the wrong way around. And you know what? I don't care because it takes 2 seconds out of my day to do this. That's more effort than it takes
Don't do
you
that.
to do this. Or, you know what? If you really don't want to deal with this, call a plumber. I'll give you one. I'll come fix it myself. Get yourself a separate tap that does 2 things. You've had 20 years.
To
20
say that.
years to fix this. If it's this much of a problem,
Okay.
why are you putting water on him? Which is where I'm assuming this is going.
Let's finish reading. But yeah, I'm a little bit baffled by this. Go on.
I don't want to.
Go on.
No matter this OP.
Go on.
At least twice a month, I have a very unpleasant wake-up cold shower because I turn the water on and I get a cold spray. Do it your freaking self then!
Do you know, it's actually good for you.
And every freaking time he's apologetic and then a week or 2 later it happens again. Do it yourself. He will do better for a while and then it slips in again.
You dislike more about your husband than this, right?
It has
Because
to
the
be.
level of anger and frustration over this teeny tiny weeny thing, I'm assuming that there are other things going on that are frustrating, but this is like the one that is a niggle because it's the question because you threw a cup of water on him.
But surely there would be other things.
There must be.
No, but like if there were other things that OP was annoyed about things that he was doing, it would be mentioned here.
okay.
But it's just about the shower.
I also don't understand the ADHD mention. Was it so that people didn't go, oh, your husband might have ADHD and try
Maybe, and they're like,
excuse
I
it?
don't think he has ADHD.
I actually don't care whether he would have ADHD or not because like everybody's brain is wired differently and some people just cannot remember things, and yes, it can be frustrating, but there becomes a point of like, do you want to put up with just putting the shower valve down yourself or do you want to leave him?
Or get a shower, you don't have to do that, mate.
Or that.
Like, it's so simple. This, boop, it's so simple.
Shaaba doesn't put her pants in the washing.
I don't. I leave them on the floor.
I pick them up. Have I been asking for 14 years? Yeah. Does it happen? No. Do I just pick it up? Yeah. Do I get frustrated? Not anymore.
Do I try sometimes? And do I try all the time? And then when I remember, go, oh, yep. But when you don't remember,
Yeah.
do we have an argument? Does he take pants and throw them on my head?
No.
Not for that reason. Okay, let's continue. He's always telling me that he's working on it. And hasn't he been better about it lately? But somehow he's always working on it, always improving, but it never f***ing stops. Like, what is he supposed to do to work on it? The hypnotherapy? Practice? Like when the shower is off? If he's forgetting, he's forgetting. It's just not within his nature to do. This is the most ridiculous f***ing post I've ever read. Today, says OP, I had just f***ing had it. Same, babe. Same. I stepped into the shower, turned it on, had a very cold and rude awakening. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed the cup by the sink, filled it about 3 inches with cold water, walked out to where he was standing naked because he'd just taken off his pajamas and was going to take his shower after mine. Without warning, whilst he was looking down, I held the plastic cup firmly in my hand and grasping it tightly. It is weird how much detail has gone into this.
Yeah.
I feel like you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
This is pissing me off in so many ways. I jerked that in a 45-degree angle to get that cold water all over his torso and face. You are a horrible person. You are a horrible person and a horrible partner, and I hope your husband... Are they married? Oh, yes. I hope your husband figures this out and realizes that he deserves so much better, because you are a giant pile of...
Shaaba.
It's just the truth.
I'm not quite as harsh as Shaaba in my opinion, but I hear where you're coming from. Carry on.
Where is the lie? I'm normally the one that's like, oh,
you are.
okay.
I think it's maybe a little far to say that she's a huge pile of shit.
I'm sorry. Okay, laughter aside, I don't know why I feel like I'm about to cry. It is the most ridiculous thing. I have no idea where this is coming from.
Yeah.
But like, genuinely, imagine a loved one doing that to you.
Yeah, no, I do.
It's making me like so like gutturally angry. I'm so shocked by my own.
Yeah. I'm not saying OP is right.
I know you don't agree. I'm just
uh,
saying that this is so rude. This is so rude. I can't imagine wanting to inflict shock on your partner like that in such a nasty way.
There's no actual like benefit to doing it in terms of his behaviour. It would have literally just been spiteful.
It's just cruel. Like, why? What makes you think that you're entitled to not only invade someone's physical space in that way, but when they are so vulnerable, in the morning, having just woken up, not being expecting it, looking down, giving us all this poetic nature of how you did it, jerking that mother in a 45-degree angle.
You loved it.
Like, it's disgusting to think that someone would do this, not just do it, but then talk about it in this way and post something
Take
like
enjoyment.
this, being like, was I in the wrong? Yes, you prick. Yes. What?
What he's doing is accidental, it's not malicious, and it does seem like there's a good amount of days. Say he showers every other day, that's 15 days a month. You're saying about twice a month that happens, so 13 out of 15 days, he's doing that little blob, right?
On these days when you, the person with the problem, can so easily just go, boop.
This is just spiteful. It's accidentally happening. He's not doing anything malicious, and you're doing something back to him that is very spiteful and is very malicious. It's like if you accidentally did something that meant I tripped over, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be less clumsy next time. And then you do it again, and it is totally an accident. And then I decide to push you down the stairs because I'm like, oh, you hurt me twice.
It's
that kind of mentality.
Disrespect. It's really getting to me. I cannot believe that somebody would do this to somebody that they love. It just frustrates me to no end that somebody thinks that this is an okay behavior. I told him that his apologies were worth the paper they were written on. Sorry. He apologized to you. You did that to him, and he apologized to you. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
And I was tired of listening to him congratulate himself for getting better when I had been asking for 20 years to stop doing this shit. I told him I don't accept his apologies, and the fact that it's an accident doesn't excuse it. I told him that from now on, every time I'm taking a cold shower, so is he. That I refuse to be a second-class citizen in my own home any longer. You're not the one that's being unintentionally water tortured right now. Is it really that problematic to your day? Is it really that torturous that you get a little bit of cold water on you? And how, pray tell, can you still continue to say that this is his fault when you are subjecting yourself to it because you're not pressing the button? Why is it his job to do it?
It feels like deliberate from OP to actually splash herself.
Like, in what world is that his accountability to reset it before you do it?
Yeah, because also, what if OP sets it through the bath tap, but husband sets it through the shower, just reaching behind? So obviously he's going to forget because that's not the way. And he's maybe thinking, my partner's had 20 years to learn how to do it without it needing to come out the bath tap first.
I just think, like, it's just a way of doing something. Imagine saying, okay, or when I go downstairs to make my cup of tea, I flick the kettle on before checking if there's any water. People should know to fill it up with water. Well, if they haven't, you fill the thing up with water, mate. Like, it's not that hard. If you're wanting to get something sorted, fix it, prepare it. Like, do you know what's so baffling to me? It's the tiny amount of effort that is required for this to happen. I cannot think of anything else. There's less effort. Everything else in the world, there's not a switch, is more effort than this. And if he refuses, says OP, to make changes to treat me better, the pottle kettle black, I can't even talk, I'm so pissed off, I will instead make changes to treat him worse because I will not tolerate this any longer. I don't say this. Your husband should leave you. Seriously, if this is the disgusting attitude that you have about your loved ones over something this small, I cannot begin to fathom what your actual arguments are about, your actual substantial conflicts, and how much you are manipulating that situation as you are here to victimize yourself. Nobody deserves that.
My parents have been together for about 45 years, and my dad very rarely remembers to put the kettle back on the little holder, and it does frustrate my mum. Has she ever thrown a cup of boiling water on my dad? No. Does she shout at him? Does she F and blind her? No.
I do understand that a cup of boiling water is like genuinely physically harmful.
Has she ever thrown the kettle at him?
Yeah, in a way that cold water is not. Cold
Sure.
water is never going to hurt you, but it is designed to be cruel.
And a shock, yeah.
And it's horrible to think that someone would willingly do that.
The only, not even excuse, but explanation for the venom from OP is if their husband does a lot more than this, but then if he did, why is it not mentioned?
Right.
So, like, that
This
is...
seems to be the only issue.
Yeah, like, you seem to hate your husband because he doesn't go...
Or maybe because you hate yourself, and for some reason you think that you're so entitled to the world working exactly how it should for you.
That's a very good point.
This is just, it's horrible behaviour.
I hate that.
I am seething.
I hate that I will instead make changes to treat him worse.
I'm going to continue. I hope he's not done with this dictatorship arseholery. I'm going to continue to surprise throw a cold cup of water on him every time I get a surprise cold shower. I'm tired of asking/begging for basic respect and not getting it. And you think that doing this to him is respectful. Why are you demanding respect when you're not able to give it out? With the implication that I have to put up with this forever. So Reddit, I know I'm probably an arsehole, but am I a justified arsehole?
You
No.
sound like you need to live on your own.
This is so horrible. You are a disgusting example of what a partner should be.
Yeah.
That's what I was supposed to say. Everybody has the ability to grow.
Like, I get it. It's frustrating when people don't function in
It's not frustrating
in the
to me.
household. Like
This
but that
is so debatable as to whose job it is to
that
do.
wouldn't bother me. Do you know what this is like?
I'm trying to find examples, please.
Do you know what this is like
Yeah.
to me? I shower hot. Shaaba showers lukewarm to cold. If I shower after Shaaba, I have it set on a temperature that is perfect for me, and then you move it.
We are literally on
to be
separate
cold.
sides
like,
of the dial.
Yeah. And
Imagine if I was like,
So-
Jamie, you've got to put it to
yeah,
my cold.
and imagine if every morning I put it on, forgetting that Shaaba had set it to her cold temperature, which I don't because I just go beep. But if I did, because like husband clearly forgets to do the beep sometimes, but if I forgot and I stepped in a cold shower, that's my fault. That's my fault because I am having a shower after somebody else has used the home they live in and are allowed to use and did not reset it to exactly my setting.
You
so
both
it's
use the shower.
my fault to check it's on my setting for using this piece of thing in my house.
You take a piss in a toilet, yeah? Do you just sit down and start weeing? Or do you check the toilet seats up first? I don't understand this like entitlement of being like, well, you should have done it.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
What? There are times in which, yes, you should have done it. If the toilet roll is empty, you fix that. Because if someone is sitting down, it's not normal
Yeah.
to check that there is toilet roll
Yeah.
before you use the loo. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit upset if I'm
But, like-
constantly, as I have been in the
Yeah,
past, been
no,
like,
I'm not good
I'm
at-
caught short, Jamie. Can you throw me a roll from the
No,
cupboard, please? Because I
I'm
don't
not
want
good
to
at
waddle
that.
around naked.
But guess what Shaaba doesn't do? Piss on me.
Exactly.
Because I'm not into that in a nice way.
Not judging if people are.
Not judging
but
if you
certainly,
are, but like... you
to
know.
do it in such a cold
Sorry.
way. It's ludicrous. I will be so mad at anybody who thinks that this is okay behaviour. I don't think I've ever like been so viscerally
Yeah.
hateful towards
Yeah.
an OP before.
Yeah.
And
And-
it's surprising me that it's over something that's like relatively trivial compared to what could be like huge abuse.
Do you know what it is? Disrespect is
It's
a huge
it is.
trigger for you.
Maybe
and
that's what's happening.
That's what this entire thing is.
And it's the hypocrisy. Everything that you said at the bottom there, I told him the apology's worth the paper they're written on. That's what he should be saying to you. You should be grovelling right now. I was tired of listening to him congratulate himself for getting better. Like, you are just such a horrible person. You are so
Apply
unsupportive
that-
to him.
Apply that
That's
to
what I'm saying.
something
Swap
else
it.
that is out of somebody's control. Oh, like...
Do you want him to keep trying?
Oh, my husband wanted to throw a javelin 20 metres and I'm so tired of hearing him congratulate himself building a metre up each week because he's so far off. Like, that was such a stupid example. But, like, it's so dumb because, like, somebody is trying to work on something about themselves.
That they don't even need to do. I don't think
Yeah.
reasonably this is something your partner needs to do. This is something that's very easily within your control.
Yeah. I know that we wouldn't get frustrated at each other about this at all.
There are things that other people will get frustrated over or not frustrated over that wouldn't, you know, like every couple is different, but this to me is objectively unreasonable.
It is, to me, it is exactly the same as the temperature on the shower. Because if I don't change it, I get a rude, cold wake up. But I change it.
And I'm assuming you need to do that, right? You and your partner
It's the
presumably do not shower on the same temperature. So I'm assuming you have to twiddle the dials, right? For yourself.
Yeah, you'll
OP.
literally be down at the dials when you're down there. Just
See that? See that?
Because
What?
actually,
A quarter of a calorie If that, you are so in the wrong.
You know when you read stuff and it's like, what happens when he does actually make a mistake?
This is literally my problem.
Yeah,
I'm like, if this
OP's
is your reaction to
response?
this, I'm scared for your relationship, for what he has to suffer and put up with when genuine shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And he deserves so much better. Anyone deserves so much better.
We're going to read other comments now, and for the sake of your cholesterol, I hope that they are your blood pressure. I don't know which one is spiked by stress. There is an edit to answer some questions.
Nothing will make me feel better.
Question: why don't I just check myself / why do I expect him to leave it the way I want it left? OP has answered, I don't expect him to leave it the way I want.
Yeah, you do.
What I expect is for him to leave things the way he found them. When he walks into the bathroom, it's pushed down. That's how I leave it.
Oh, so you're allowed to leave it how you want it left, but he can't.
So OP said, but he doesn't leave things the way he found them. Instead, he often leaves the last 10 or 20% of a task for me to clean up for him. That's more than just this.
This sounds like it's more than a this issue.
Yeah, it must be. It must be. Somebody else asked, why don't I leave it the way I found it? Why don't you leave it up if he leaves it up? So OP said, if I left things the way I found them, I would live in a sty. I would also spend a great deal of energy making things messier, as I would literally be cleaning up to make space for myself and then undoing that work to put things back as a mess.
Do you know what it sounds like? You're unhappy in this relationship.
Yeah.
And you know what that means? You leave or you suggest something to make it better. You don't disrespect someone.
Yeah, you don't.
None of this is
vengeful.
any excuse for being such a shit person, for doing such a shit thing. Sorry, you're not a shit person. You did a shit thing.
Would say, with love, if I didn't clean, the place would not be very nice.
Yeah.
You're not.
You require things to be a lot cleaner
You're
than I
not
do.
dirty.
Messy. Sorry, messy.
It would be messy.
I have
I'm a
stuff
lot
everywhere.
Yeah. But do I resent you for that? No. Do I accept that the way you operate here is like, if you were single, it's not like you're doing it maliciously to hurt me.
I would be just as messy.
It's the way you live, and like we need to make compromises for each other, which also goes the other way. I'm pretty sure you're actually a bit tidier living with me than you would be on your own. Another question to OP was, explain your shower to me. Why are you getting in before the water is warm? And then they've just gonna quote
explaining how it
something.
happened. We don't need to go over that again.
Yeah.
Again, none of that excuses your shitty behavior. How can you be so rude to the people that you love?
Yeah.
Imagine saying things to people, when they're like, you're a piece of shit, blah, 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 whatever it is that they say. I couldn't imagine saying that to someone that I love. Imagine doing a physical action. That to me is so much worse. It's deliberated. You have done so many actions. You grabbed a cup, you filled it up, you went over, you waited for him to not look, and you did that. That is so out of line.
Yeah. What are people actually saying? Somebody said, you are the drama. For nearly 20 years, you could have learned to take 2 seconds to look at it yourself. This is a you problem, not him.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Giant pile of steaming garbage.
You're the drama. And they've quoted about how he
lawful
often forgets
thing.
to push it down. And the commenter said, this is a pre-use control, not post-use. Everyone has the choice to take a shower or a bath. That control allows them to select which they want.
Yeah.
Only the person going to use the bathroom can make that choice. Why in the world would you expect the person before them to set the rod prematurely?
So rude. You are the drama. I'm so glad that the consensus seems to be that you are
Yes,
the drama,
me
because
too.
you are so the drama.
about your
Why can't you look at the plunger before you get in the shower? Why is it his responsibility to push it down for you? The short answer is it's not. And whilst you may have 1,000 valid complaints about your husband's and his issues, this isn't one. This isn't a question of basic respect. This is you expecting things to be done for you rather than taking the responsibility yourself.
You literally said that.
I
Yeah.
do think it's entitlement. If you don't want the cold showers, check the plunger before you turn the water on. It's that simple. Or change it to a system which doesn't piss you off that much.
Yeah. We have an everybody sucks here. This is not
You're
about
wrong.
the shower.
You are wrong.
Hold on, this is not about the shower. I'm feeling like there could be some truth in that. This is about the level of deep, ugly frustration you're feeling about your husband in general. Throwing water on him every time this happens is going to solve exactly nothing, but it sounds like it's a release valve for an ongoing sense of unfairness in the way that he makes more work for you in so many aspects of life. This is not sustainable.
Agreed.
You're moving towards a level of contempt that is the death of a relationship.
I think the relationship's gone. If you had done that to me intentionally, I don't think our relationship would survive.
Well, I think if I felt about you the way I would need to get to the point where I would do that, I actually couldn't imagine.
Like, just imagine throwing water on someone on purpose, being like, you deserve that because of what you did, and I'm going to continue doing that.
The only time that should happen is if you're having like a water fight in the garden, or someone's passed out and you're trying to wake them up. Although I don't know.
I feel bad even spitting the cat.
We don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't.
Oh.
So like,
was
doing
like,
it to
what?
your human.
Maybe he doesn't have ADHD, but he either has something in his brain chemistry that could be medicated, or he literally doesn't care. You guys need to have some serious discussions and probably go to counselling.
I disagree with this. I agree with having conversations. I disagree that any of this makes us and everybody sucks here. Even if the husband is doing things that's pissing you off, making things messy, messier, blah, blah, blah. What the makes you think that you have the reason to physically degrade someone in that way? Because that's what it is. It's shame, it's vulnerability, it's embarrassment, and it's all the things together. It's cold water on a naked body when he wasn't looking. It's the way that you're talking about it. It's horrible.
Yeah, but it's also like, it doesn't sound like OP's husband doesn't care, because the amount of apologising, the fact that he said he's trying to work on it, and that there's maybe some like ADHD-esque traits going on,
And
it sounds more like he genuinely forgets.
And if he does have ADHD, that's such a horrible way to make someone feel so incompetent about the way that they do things. I used to have a really big issue with a family member that I used to live with, and I wasn't doing things that they wanted me to do. And they would put up post-it notes all over the house, and it didn't work as a system. It just didn't. And it's because it wasn't the right thing for me. My point is, how dare you shun someone who is trying in such a horrible way? How dare you not just try and make life simpler for you both by simply A, changing it, or 2, doing it your f***ing self, integrating that into your routine, because you clearly seem to be fine with remembering it each time.
Yeah, I genuinely think OP knows that they could look at the valve before, but they're like, let's see if he's done it today. Oh no, let me go throw water.
I don't know if that's what's happening. I think it's a surprise to them when they get called on, because they don't remember, because they're feeling like it's, for some reason, their entitlement to not have to. But all I'm saying is, it's 20 years. It works both ways, babe. 20 years, you have not taken on that control. You're just doing it to yourself. But the way that instead of trying to help someone go, okay, let's find a system that works for you.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, instead of trying to change it so that this isn't a problem at all, you are deciding to physically punish someone.
Yeah.
And you're taking joy from it.
If you get to that point in a relationship, if it really irritates you that much, you should just leave. You should just leave. But also, feel like nobody's going to live up to standards, if that is your standard.
I'm sure there are things that you do that he absolutely dislikes too. Does he do the equivalent of pouring cold water on you? And how would you feel if he did?
Oh, you're the royal asshole. It is clearly obvious you are not a relaxed person. Try meditation.
Try being a better person. And I really love that term, royal asshole. That is what you are. You are a royal, biblical asshole.
Moldy. Do you know what I've had is good for you as well as meditation?
What?
Cold shower in the morning.
Stop it. Not the drama.
I have severe inattentive ADHD.
Excuse me? Not the drama?
Oh wait, that's just hit. Okay, read on.
No.
I'll read on. I have severe inattentive ADHD. I'm 40 and wasn't diagnosed until 21. I need medication to function like a normal human. I hate that though, like a normal human.
I understand it though. Like I feel it too, and I use that terminology as well. I too need medication to function like a normal, quote unquote, human.
I think as an LGBT plus person who's always been called like weird and not normal, it puts my back up.
Yeah.
But it's not my right to say when it comes to this kind
I think
of
this
topic.
problem's way deeper because of the judgment. So
hold on.
Carry on.
His issue is a lack of respect. And you know, OP is going to cling to this like a shit on a butthole. Someone with ADHD can train themselves to do short, mundane tasks, like putting the toilet lid down every time or squeegeeing glass walls of a shower after showering.
You say that. I don't think that's the case. I am prime example of this, and so many people I know are the case. You are talking bullshit, idiot person. Bullshit. Because how many times have you asked me to squeegee the shower? How many times have you asked me to turn the light on to make sure that the extractor fan is on and off?
Yeah.
I don't do these things to piss you off. My life would be
know.
easier if Jamie didn't have a go at me about that, or didn't ask me if I didn't have to go back each time to do it.
I don't throw water on you.
Our lives together would be easier if Jamie had spent less time cleaning the droplets off, which clearly affect you, right? Because I haven't squeegeed. If it's so trainable, why aren't people doing it?
This is somebody with their experience on
When they've
medication,
been able to train themselves in certain kinds of ways.
who's known
I'm happy for you.
20 years that they have ADHD and has been consciously training for 20 years on medication for, I'm guessing, at least a good chunk of that, talking about somebody who has clearly gone in to try and be diagnosed with ADHD and hasn't been, but is still having some of the issues that come with having ADHD. I do the shower because it is important to my wife, and I was trained to put the lid down as a child. This is essentially a routine, and a routine can be learned by someone with ADHD. There's been no repercussions for him for 20 years, so there's no motivation to change.
Right, so throw cups of water then on your partner. That's a really good idea for someone who's not been able to do it because they've wanted to. Will absolutely do it now because they're being abused.
All you're going to do is make them feel like a piece of shit.
That's because you're being a piece of shit.
On that note, my love, I think this is a good time to end.
Grow, OP, do better, and tell your husband that he deserves better, because he does. I'm mad.
He's mad.
I'm just mad.
Just mad.
I'm just mad.
On that note, thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the podcast.
Yes. Thank you. I don't apologise for my spiciness. I hope you enjoyed today's video though. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you're equally as enraged about that last post because, oh, that tickled my pickle in a bad way. And I hope if you want a pleasant tickle to your pickle, you know to check out Cheeks because they're pretty amazing and you can explore them more using the link downstairs in the description box.
And if you're watching this podcast over on YouTube, think about giving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you want more.
And if you want to, you can also rate the podcast over on podcast listening platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll catch you next time with another episode. Be kind,
Much love.
and have a great day.
Bye.
Oh.